Manchester United may have salvaged their otherwise forgetful season with a win for the ages in the UEFA Europa League quarterfinal against Lyon. After dominating the first half to being on the back foot in the second and then behind in stoppage time first half, the Red Devils did the unthinkable by scoring 3 goals in 7 minutes to win the tie 7-6 on aggregate scores. While the 11 players do deserve credit for shining in the nerviest moments, the impact of those 70-odd thousand from the Red Army at Old Trafford cannot be ignored, because despite the Manchester Giants languishing at 14th in the points table in the Premier League, a jam-packed stadium reverberated with glory, glory Man United even before kickoff, and reminded the current setup of what the famous Stretford end really stood for. It was deafening last night. Every United player forgot the abysmal season that they've been having and turned up on the night. 2 goals were scored in the first half, not by the usual suspects. Manuel Ugarte and Diogo Dalot opened the account, and just when the United setup looked in command, the drama really started to unfold in the second half. Lyon scored 2 quick goals to equalize and then 2 more to send jitters across the United camp. But this was an altogether different night. It wasn't just the players not letting their shoulders drop, but also the fans. The Red Army got louder even when the side was trailing by 2 goals.
The team was tired. You could feel it during the game, and then 4-2 with 1 more player, and you think it's over. But here, it's never over. Everything is possible. You feel the environment. The sound of the stadium was the best sound I'd ever heard.
And then came the famous Fergie Time comeback that had been missing for a while now. The period where Manchester United sides of the past have scored goals in the dying moments of the game, showing true grit. Captain Bruno Fernandes put 1 past in the 114th minute, and then of course came Kobbie Mainoo's goal in the 120th, and the big head of Harry Maguire in the 121st minute to nose ahead, sending not just the Old Trafford into a frenzy, but also the whole internet. Yes, redemption for Maguire too, because despite him being a central defender, Maguire spent much of the time in the last minutes up front. A player who was mocked, trolled, criticized by fans and pundits everywhere was United's saviour once again last night. It is wins like these that give you a reminder of why a major team is always needed at the biggest competitions. Yes, the underdog story is always inspirational, but where do you get an atmosphere like the one we saw last night? One such game where even if you weren't there at the ground, the intensity, the passion was all felt across the different screens at various homes. Sure, it is no Champions League or a Premier League title race, but it is a statement for the rest of the clubs. The United may be struggling, but the legacy isn't going to die out anytime soon.
This kind of moment can help a lot of players in this season. They can create some connection with the fans and players. We forget for a few minutes what kind of season we've had.
Manchester United may have millions of problems to address currently. Mice poop in the hospitality boxes, crumbling roof at the stadium, major cost-cutting drive by the owners. But this win has just given them the belief that maybe it isn't all that gloomy after all. Sure, there is a big semi-final and final still left, but the players and the fans have added another historic chapter in the legacy of this club. Maybe the Giants have finally woken up from their slumber after all.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
No, I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.